the first time we came here.
We were running away from Alhaitham, right? Like, we came here, and Alhaitham was like, what are you doing? There's these guys following you, so you better hide. And we hid with him.
Oh, Paimon remembers. Nahita's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor.
Oh, yeah, that too.
But we followed the clues she left behind to help her.
We ran away from the doctor to here, right? I guess we may have stumbled upon this place at some point before.
So much time has already passed since then. And it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahita's in charge, right?
Yes.
Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time. And then Nahita won't have any more new problems to deal with.
Yes, that is true, Paimon, but as long as we're around, problems will sure to follow.
Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next? Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
Paimon! I'm the problem? I was just thinking that you might be the problem, Paimon. Snap, you mean?
Huh? Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any
You were-
trouble. At most,
I
when
caught
she
you
was
from
super
fishing.
tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out.
I fished you out. I wouldn't have to fish you out if you didn't have got in trouble. See?
Anyway, for Nahita's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Next stop, Fontaine.
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
We're leaving. I'm sorry. Sorry to break it to you. I know you love me, Dea, but we're off.
It's
We're
Tia!
gone.
Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey. But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about
We
anyway?
were talking about leaving. Oh, yeah, see? We were preparing to leave. Oh, who's this guy?
Huh?
Is
You
he
serious?
Is he eavesdropping right now? Is he gonna follow us? Yes, I'm sorry, Dea. I know you love me, but we have to go our separate ways. You didn't come home. So even though I didn't wish on your banner, you still haven't come home on the standard banner.
Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place.
Don't say that.
Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it.
Don't feel sad. It's the dude. That's the dude that was eavesdropping. He's from Fontaine.
Hey,
He's like, how dare
how
you?
about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
I don't want to trouble anyone.
Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much.
I did.
But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
I knew she would miss us. I'm her favorite.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle. So, when are you leaving?
Right now. We'll leave as soon as we finished a few more preparations.
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet.
Oh.
Now, where's that list Paimon made?
I don't know why I thought Paimon was saying there's still a few dishes we haven't cleaned yet. And I'm like, we don't live here. Why is the dishes we need to clean? But Paimon's right. Who is this fella? What's he doing? He's walking away now. Or is he walking towards us?
I see.
He's walking away.
Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything. It's sad enough to see you go like this.
This is getting emotional.
Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
Okay. There, I love you. But I'm just realizing now that we never said goodbye to any of the other, like, regions. Not really. Do we always leave quietly? We just get up. Well, we saved the day. We found the god. God doesn't have its gnosis anymore, so we go to the next god. And don't say goodbye. They just happen to catch us.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida?
What? Why didn't we say goodbye to anyone else? She'll know. Yeah, she'll know we
Good
left.
point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
And is Lamine just making this up? Like, yeah, we don't have to say goodbye. I just wanna find my brother.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, traveler in Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend,
So
you're always welcome to come find me.
bye, dear. I love you.
Goodbye, dear. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
Bye, Sumeru. No, this is emotional, actually. Sumeru has started to feel like home because it. Oh, I haven't clicked on. It started to feel like home. Like, you play the whole Sumeru quest, it talks about home a lot. Which is weird. I haven't played Layla's Hangout quest yet. After certain matters in Sumeru, you approach the border with Fontaine. Did that say with Fontaine? Or off Fontaine? I tried reading that really quickly. Who are you waving to, Paimon? That's so pretty though.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it. Oh, this must be Fontaine's port. Wow, everything looks so advanced in Fontaine. Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines.
Yeah, it's even more impressive.
Just seeing the sights
Than
as
I
a tourist
expected.
is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do.
This is actually really cool.
What do you think?
Let's start by meeting the Hydro Arc. Oh, okay, we're going straight. No messing around.
Good idea. Nahida gave us loads of useful information.
I forgot what she gave us. What did she tell
The
us?
Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point.
Our journey is to find my sibling, and also to find the truth.
Yeah, the more we can learn, the better.
That's not how Lumine sounds, but I feel like Lumine should
What
have
do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality.
Oh, I bet she
Whatever that
does.
means.
I bet she does.
To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people.
Ah.
There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
Paimon, it's just rude to talk to someone randomly like that.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
And what? Ended for who? Someone died? Someone got fired?
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Yep.
Excuse me.
nods like
Can I
he-
help you two?
He
I
nods
couldn't help
like,
but
yep,
Notice
yep.
you standing here listening.
I apologize.
Hi, we're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind
Oh,
of
they were
play,
talking about a
so
play.
we didn't want to interrupt.
We were talking about a play. Were they talking about a play?
Play?
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Really? Like a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Look at the, Linny's poster, magic poster there.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
Ah, so they see trials as a sort of opera?
But,
Question mark?
shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine
Oh, it
and the
sounds-
Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
Okay. Judgment device created by the Archon? Then, oh, it is the Nation of Justice. I forgot that it was, like, because Inazuma is the Nation of Eternity, Sumeru Nation of Wisdom. I forgot it was,
Pure
they had that
Grease?
theme.
Is it some kind of machine, too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance. Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
Oh, okay. This seems easy.
Huh. I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Making an appointment?
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult
I
to
just-
make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
Wait, was Lynette there all this time? Like, I just noticed her. Was she here the whole time? In the background?
That's right. After all, she is the
Am I going
Archon.
crazy?
Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to
Or
time,
does she
people
just-
can't get enough of her.
Did she just appear?
First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before. Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Like Paimon's a mascot.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Neuvillette.
Come on.
What?
Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Seems the people of Fontaine really like the Archon, the Hydro Archon, but they don't appear to revere it.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House.
Did I spot Lynette?
But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime. Hey! What are you looking over there for?
There's a girl over there. She's been standing alone for quite some time. I know it.
Huh. Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her.
Okay. Is she okay? She better. Is she? What is she up to? Ooh. I was tempted to jump in before her.
Hello there.
fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself.
Oh, I actually love Lynette's voice actor.
I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was
Oh, whoops!
You're
I just
pointing
skipped.
at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Maybe they're mermaids. Oh, a fantastical race from
No
Fontaine.
people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories.
Whoops!
Now, it's been completely submerged.
I just tried to eat the water. Fresh water? You can drink it.
He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories.
Oh. Can you remember
It
anything?
won't be long before it swallows us.
Is this like hypothetical? The water swallows memories? Or physically, because it swallowed the mountain where your memory happened?
Sorry.
I'm thinking too
Doesn't
much.
really get what you mean.
Ah, I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting.
Oh, funny.
Are you Lynette's new friends?
They have the animal. They have the visions on the bows, both of them. That's cute. They have matching like.
Oh, and you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
You'd guessed correct.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I got what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only
Oh
one
no,
she
no,
ever
don't
talks
say
to.
that. Linny, that was mean. You don't tell a quiet person, oh, you don't talk much. That just, haha, feelings. She's your sister. And I understand siblings playfully fighting, but that was just
Oh,
mean.
really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some
Hang on,
reason.
what did I just say? What did I just say? There's hardly anything left for me to say when you're around, Paimon. Yeah, oh, that's true, because you always steal all my lines.
So that's how you think it is?
Snap. Except sometimes I wish you would stop speaking. Because you're so off. You're so wrong.
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Oh, we're bonding. Guys, we're bonding over talkative people.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now.
Prophecy?
Well, I suppose prophecy
Oh,
isn't
okay.
exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
What's happening in
Where
Fontaine?
to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, what are you on about? You introduced yourself.
Hello, traveler.
Oh. Oh, hello. Hello, sir. He just wanted to personally introduce himself to me. Oh, hello. Hello, Linny.
And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at
Please, don't take offense.
Oh, I actually really
Just
like him.
consider it a sort
wish I'd
of
go for
etiquette
him.
we have
I
here in
should've-
Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
I should have waited to get to know the characters before I decided to wish on the bows. Oops.
Oh,
I really like him.
all right then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here. Please, follow me.
Okay. What's happening? Can we get a boat? Go up there. You guys are really slow. Hurry up. Let's go. See, even... Oh, okay, we're stopping anyway. Why did we have to follow you for that?
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
What? Why? What did I do? What did I do? Did I do something wrong? Mother. I meant... I want her. I want to peel for her. Damn, what a show.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu.
She's so cool. Actually, I love her attitude.
As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come,
What?
let us make
No,
a toast in
no,
honor
no.
of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
It feels like she's putting on a show for us. I don't want to be seen in front of all these people.
Is she talking about us?
Yes, Paimon, yes she is. Not yet. Nobody here seems to be holding a glass. What's she on about?
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you left in your wake as you visited other
oh,
nations.
it's the dude.
But I welcome
The
you
dude.
nevertheless.
The guy.
No, I have come to receive you personally.
The guy on the side from Sumeru. He's there. He ratted us out. He's like, there's these guys, these travelers out in Sumeru who are traveling to come see you.
Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured. I see clearly your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner. I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Yeah, we found the Archon like straight away. We found Venti straight away, but he ran away. He came to find us. Too easy.
Yeah. Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes.
We have, Paimon.
But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top?
Yeah. I think that's just how she is.
Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding.
Wow. Wow.
Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities. You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Him. He ratted us out.
Oh, talk about sounding high and mighty.
Yeah, it feels like she can't go over us. Jeez. Damn, I think we struck a nerve.
What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say then?
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
Oh, they know us in Fontaine. Of course they know us in Fontaine. This is where the Steambird is.
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see her. Oh, I bet this is going to be the duel of the century.
Duel? They want us to fight already?
Oh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady Farina would never disappoint.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus. You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just as you were hoping to see.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
I've got a resume. Oh, is this a trick? Oh no.
Are you not afraid?
Oh, okay.
I remind you that
I
this
thought-
is a duel against the divine.
I thought it was gonna be like a trick, like, oh, you put your sword against the god, get arrested.
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Our voice is so hot.
Stand down, Clorend. I
Clorend,
admire
okay.
her bravery.
I love
Few have
Clorend.
the courage to draw their sword against a god. She is obviously a true warrior. Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Huh. Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Aranias, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. They're getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
Do they think I'm a criminal? Do they think I'm a criminal?
Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
Whoa, all right! Now that'll be worth seeing!
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. Such a grand opera house, it would be a pity not to use it.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? It seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Yeah, we haven't committed any crimes. We literally just got here.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it?
I put a sword against the god.
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first
Excuse
3
me?
days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law, no?
Flying objects? You mean Paimon? Paimon's not an object. I'm actually defending Paimon this time. She's not an object. She's my companion. Sometimes flying emergency food. How was I supposed to know?
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
That's mean.
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
Oh, you go, Liddy.
You tell her, Linny! Finally someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Ah, great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object, but how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick
You're gonna make
for
me
everyone.
disappear. What is this?
Ta-da!
Are they working?
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
Oh, the betrayal! The betrayal! He was with Farina this whole time to make it look like she's an object.
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the Traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Huh? I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold water.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to count as an object because she's not a balloon and flying, not a human that flies. Because humans are not objects.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands.
She's trying to arrest like Yoimiya and Fontaine.
I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House,
Oh,
Mr. Linny
maybe
and
they
Miss
mean-
Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo!
Maybe they mean the cryo god. Maybe she's against the cryo god.
And just like that, she's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. You never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Did you guys know that was
Don't
going to
mention
happen?
it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Yeah, confusing is a good way to put it.
Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
Oh, okay. The first time performing on the stage, in the Opera House.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
Yeah, that's a little bit confusing.
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred. And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
Oh, sure, as
My
long as I don't
brother's
get
always
arrested.
excited to make
Again.
new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first.
Is there any way I can help?
You really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
Yeah, I can do that. I suppose.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
Putting in large objects, I think.
About that. You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails. I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved.
Oh.
Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That sounds pretty gloomy.
Yeah.
Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
I mean, you don't live here. You can't judge.
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
Okay. But now, the water is engulfing our memories. It won't be long before it engulfs us.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! But this is more than a bit of rain.
If the prophecy is true, then there is no way to prevent the disaster.
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
So you also believe in the prophecy.
What? No.
Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
What? You mean you don't believe in the prophecy?
No, I believe in the prophecy.
Then why won't you take it?
But I also believe in another story. The story says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it. But as time wore on,
so you think you'll survive?
people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies.
This dude thinks he'll
Thus, could
survive
people set foot on land.
in the water.
So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people
wait,
can't
that's
live
actually true.
underwater. They'll die. You should probably still take it.
So he'd rather die.
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
Like going home. No, Sumeri's home.
Or the blonde traveler
I
that everyone's been talking about. Well,
Yeah.
my apologies for not recognizing you earlier.
How would you recognize me? I'm blonde. I'm just blonde. That's how I'm described.
A magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. I guess it's better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Thanks. Please, also thank the magician on my behalf when you get the chance.
Okay. Galatea.
Huh?
Galathea.
I don't want
Oh.
that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything. Life is all about living in the moment.
Oh, she's on a boat. She'll just
What
float
use
up
is there
with the
in
water.
worrying about the future all the time? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You should still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks.
Guilt
It's
tripping
just that
people.
if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now. I'd really rather not.
Oh? You already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some, interesting opinions.
Yes, yeah, I did.
Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many hands make light work.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor. You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No way. I'm in power-saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Fine. Though the performance is still
They're
a long
so
way off.
different.
Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the court of Fontaine.
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
Wow, that was rude. Paimon was in the middle of speaking.
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Now I have.
Huh? What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief.
Oh.
Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention,
Are
and
you
a
also a thief
distracted
then?
audience is one that won't discover what you're really doing. Watch her movements carefully.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up. You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run. All right, let's go.
This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait.
There she is.
Oh, look! Isn't that her? Oh no! Did she notice us? She started running the other direction! What should we do? Should we chase her?
Our job. Yeah, our job is just to block this.
You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away.
You wait, but there's no sign of the thief.
Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief.
Let's go find
Yeah,
Linny.
let's go.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Linny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
You okay, Linny?
Oh, did you get hurt, Linny?
Linny looks very serious.
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You're right, you're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Linny's initiative paid off.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the court of Fontaine now.
Oh, exploration time. What is it?
So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around. People in Fontaine really know how to use water.
Fontaine is in the future.
This is an aquabus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better to travel with friends.
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
Oh.
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being at home.
Oh, he's adorable, actually. They actually act like siblings.
Whatever.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Oh! There she is. What's her name again?
Huh?
What?
Charlotte. I knew it began with a sh.
Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte.
Charlotte!
Just Charlotte. It's Charlotte!
Oh, I never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the aquabus. In the story of my life, this is big news. What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit.
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on the move. It's not surprising that nobody knew we were coming. Though we still have no idea how the Hydro Archon knew about us. Oh, let Paimon introduce you to our new friends.
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great magician Linny and his assistant Lynette anywhere. I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you.
Now that everyone knows each other,
Oh, it's sunken boat
Fontaine
left.
suddenly doesn't feel like such an unfamiliar place. So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte? Any big news?
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or
Oh,
how a financial
that's not
criminal
good.
was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days.
That's not really the kind of news you're after.
You're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. These smaller stories are a waste of my talents. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case lately. Well, a series of cases, actually.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
Oh no, that doesn't sound good.
That's right. These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case we've ever seen. If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of materials. I just can't wait for the truth to be revealed.
This bus is getting bumpy. Not a boat.
So, what is the serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the culprit hasn't been found?
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago.
Yes. You haven't solved
And
it.
ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in common is that the girls are all of a similar age, and that they've all vanished without a trace. But the scariest part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever been found. Many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen.
Then there must be more than one criminal. What?
Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every case has some precise truth behind it, waiting to be exposed.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation. I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Oh, please don't imagine that, Linny.
You continue talking on the aqua bus, and before you know it, you are arriving at your destination.